away from Gaza. Of course, I realized there's things happening. I went back home. I took off my phone, even though it was Shabbat, it was a holiday, and we're not using our phones on Shabbat. I took off my phone. My parents lived in Sderot, which is one of the cities that was heavily bombed by Hamas in the past 20 years. It's just outside of Gaza. This is where the terrorists, one of the cities where the terrorists penetrated to. My father is an 84-year-old man, and he had to run away from shul, from synagogue, when bullets were all around him. And that's the problem. That's life in Israel. That was the day of October 7th, and I think we realized, as Moshe said, that enough. We have to wake up from all the illusions that we had in the past 30 years. We have to wake up. We have to make it stop. We have once and for all defeat our enemies, just like we used to do. We have to defeat our enemies. Israel has to win. We have to win for our sake. We have to win for the world's sake.
When I retired from the Air Force after 30 years of service, I promised in my speech that I will do everything I can to bring the peace, bring shalom. And why? Because I couldn't suffer the idea that there will be a war that I will not participate in. And so when the 7th of October began, after my two older sons ran to their units, one in the Air Force and one is a paratrooper, I started thinking to myself, what can I do? Actually, in the first few hours, I didn't understand what is happening. But when I realized what is happening in the south, I took my uniform with the rank of colonel and ran to the first place I could find, and I was a driver of a platoon commander. That's what I was. Because I think that every Israeli felt that he must do something to fight, to help the fighters, to help winning this war. And for a few weeks, that's what I was, a driver of a platoon commander. I was colonel and he was a major. Okay? But that's what I did for a few weeks. And all the Israelis felt that they must do something to help the state of Israel. Albert, I must leave. I don't want to miss my flight.
Okay, so you will keep the opposition
and coalition. I will leave you with the two violent settlers. Okay? Actually, it's such a nonsense because in the Judea and Samaria living 500,000 Jews, and we hear that here in the press people say violent settlers, violent settlers, and it's such a nonsense because it's not. There are a few that are violent, and the police is running after them, and everyone condemns them. But the vast majority of them are low violence and great people, and who are serving in the army. So don't let this lie spread, okay? Because all the violent settlers in Israel are now here. Okay?
Before you go, let me just thank you for these 4 years that you've hosted Jerusalem Prayer Breakfast in Knesset.
And we will continue.
Take over the country if you feel it's not going right. I mean, he's a F-16 squadron commander, former, but you know how to fly, don't you? Okay.